Everything back to when I moved to Toronto in 2013. I'm not sure I could really tell you where Toronto was on the map.
He didn't know the city, but he learned how to move in the heart of it.
I think I have a unique set of experiences and circumstances that have gotten me here.
The number one thing you always hear with Bobby is just, he's easy to deal with, he's straight up with you.
Probably the biggest offer we've ever made for a player. It just felt like the risk was worth it.
Years in the background, learning the game his way. Now, the spotlight's his. He's not just part of the plan, he is the plan.
We're going to not follow the leader. We'll make the trade that we want to make.
You aren't afraid to make moves when you've had to. Would you say this team is done?
For years, Bobby was the quiet constant, the architect behind the architect.
After sweeping changes, Masai Ujiri and Bobby Webster have assembled quite possibly the greatest team in Toronto basketball history.
Stepping into a new role means stepping into a big shadow, and Masai's presence still looms large.
The Toronto Raptors are not going to hire a president to replace Masai Ujiri. Instead, they are choosing to give full team responsibility to general manager Bobby Webster.
You're alongside Masai for all that building. When you've taken a moment to think about your own philosophy for this team, what is it?
I think you're probably not going to hear, too many big proclamations from me. I'm a bit more private. We have to win until you can sort of have a platform to say the things you want to say. So I think that's probably the most important. So I'm happy to be in the background.
With a new era underway and a fan base craving results, Bobby Webster faces a delicate balance, managing expectations while guiding a team in transition.
I think today's sports world is immediate results. And I think you've seen with teams that have built successfully, whether it was Oklahoma City, who just won the championship, these things don't happen overnight. We're coming off a year where we won 30 games. And so there's not a sense of, we're all of a sudden going to be this, NBA Finals team. But what does progress look like from a 30-win team? I think we started to see it towards the end of last season.
We all want to win at the end of the day. So, we're going to do what it takes to win. We're going to push each other, continue to motivate each other to get better.
We know it's a process, but it's also not a process that we want to do for the next 4 or 5 years. We want to make strides now.
Mamu on the cut and the drive! Mamu! What a great offseason signing. Mamu Kelishvili by Bobby Webster.
You aren't afraid to make moves when you've had to. Would you say this team is done?
This team's never done. We're all, I think people that follow us, whenever somebody comes available in trade, we're right there. We're always going to sort of be opportunistic. There's no opportunity we won't, chase. There's no, chance we won't, risk we won't take.
Felt like there was an opportunity for everyone to chase Giannis. How close were you to that possibility?
Probably not what the media suggested.
Was there any type of process there?
I don't think that they were as motivated as maybe was publicly sort of stated.
In a season marked by change, one thing feels unusually natural: the way this group connects.
Why is the chemistry so easy for everyone? I'm trying to put my finger on this. They all just seem to love each other. What's the deal?
We laughed last year. We won 30 games, and it was sort of the happiest, most positive, fun-loving group. There's probably a generational thing where they're all the same age. You're not quite sure why it hits, but it really does.
This is a really special group to be around, and I haven't been around a group like this ever. We just constantly hang out, we're constantly bonding, we're constantly talking. This group is special.
What would you define this Raptors era to be?
I think we're building again. I think that's the fun. I always tell people now is the time to choose your new favorite Raptor. You have Scotty, who's been here for a while, but at 4 years, he's the longest tenured Raptor. And so there's a lot of fun players to watch. There's a lot of fun personalities. So, get in now.